صبغة الله ومن أحسن من الله صبغة ونحن له عابدون.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, my dear children. Do you know about the friend of Allah? It is Ibrahim alayhi salam. Ibrahim alayhi salam is the best of the prophets after Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Ibrahim alayhi salam lived amongst people who worshipped idols. In fact, his father used to make the idols and he worshipped them besides Allah. Ibrahim alayhi salam told his dad very kindly and begged him not to worship these false gods and to worship only Allah. But his father got very angry. Ibrahim alayhi salam even challenged his tribe and showed them how ridiculous it was to worship the sun and the moon and the stars. Ibrahim alayhi salam kept trying different ways to prove to them how wrong it was to worship what they themselves have created. And in order to do that, he broke their idols and put the hammer in the hand of the biggest of idols to make it look like the biggest idol broke the rest of them. But that wasn't possible because the idol was a statue and it couldn't even move. His people got tired of him and they decided to teach him a lesson and to defend their false gods. They said to each other, "Throw Ibrahim into the fire." They kindled a huge fire in order to burn Ibrahim alayhi salam. When the fire became intense and it was burning really hot, Ibrahim alayhi salam was catapulted inside the fire. When he was being thrown in the fire, the people and the creatures watched, and the creatures tried to put the fire out. Everyone except the lizard. It is reported that Ibrahim alayhi salam was being bound and shackled before being thrown in the fire. And Angel Jibril came to him. And Angel Jibril said to him, "O Ibrahim, do you have any need? Can I help you with something? Can I help you with anything?" But Ibrahim alayhi salam said, "From you, I do not need anything." When he was being thrown in the fire, the last thing that Ibrahim alayhi salam said was, "Hasbi Allah wa ni'mal wakeel." Allah alone is enough for me, and He is the best disposer of affairs. Ibrahim alayhi salam knew that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to take care of him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that we should trust, and that He is enough to take care of everything. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his companions made the same dua many years later, when there were lots of people who had gathered to attack them after the Battle of Uhud. When the Muslims were injured, there were people who wanted to attack them again to completely destroy them. But what did the Muslims say with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? They said, "Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel." Allah alone is sufficient for us, and He is the best one that we trust, and He is the best one to take care of us. Allah Ta'ala is Al-Wakeel. Al-Wakeel is one of the names of Allah Ta'ala. He is the one who's taking care of us. He is the one that we should really rely on. When we trust Him, He can take you out of the most difficult situation. Ibrahim alayhi salam knew Al-Wakeel. When Ibrahim alayhi salam made this dua, Allah Ta'ala told the fire to be cool and peaceful for Ibrahim alayhi salam, and it remained like that for as long as Ibrahim alayhi salam was in it. And Ibrahim alayhi salam was in the fire for a lot of days. So what is the meaning of Al-Wakeel? He is the one who takes care of us. He is the one who supports us. He is the one who is enough for us. He is the one who is protecting us. He is the one who is maintaining everything for us. He protects us and takes us out of the most difficult situations. So what should we do when He is Al-Wakeel? We should trust Him. And we should know that whatever Allah Ta'ala decides is the best. Trust that He will take care of you in all situations. And we should say, "Hasbi Allahu la ilaha illahu alayhi tawakkaltu wa huwa rabbul arshil azim." We should say this 7 times in the morning and 7 times in the evening. It means Allah is sufficient for me. None has the right to be worshipped except Him. Upon Him I rely, and He is the Lord of the exalted throne. Whoever says these words 7 times in the morning and 7 times in the evening, then Allah Ta'ala will take care of all his needs in the morning and in the evening. We should also say, Bismillahi tawakkaltu ala Allahi la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. In the name of Allah, I have placed my trust in Allah. There is no might and no power except by Allah. We should say this every time that we're leaving the house. And when we say that, then the angels say, you have been guided, sufficed and protected, and the devils will be far away from him. And that shayateen, they say to one another, how can you deal with one who has been guided, defended and protected? Allah Ta'ala is also Al Kafeel. Al Kafeel is also one of the names of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, and it has a similar meaning. It means the one who's taking care of your affairs, the one who's managing your things, the one who's always watching you, and He's the one who fulfill your needs. So when Allah Ta'ala is Al-Kafeel and Al-Wakeel, we should also take our promises seriously, and we should also become from the people who can be trusted and who are responsible and those who always speak the truth. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
الذين استجابوا لله والرسول من بعد ما أصابهم القرح للذين أحسنوا منهم واتقوا أجر عظيم الذين قال لهم الناس إن الناس قد جمعوا لكم فاخشوهم فزادهم إيمانا وقالوا حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل